I see that you have landed at the crypto matrix, which means that you have made it past bloody enemy lines. Congratulations and welcome to the crypto matrix, where I explore passive crypto income flow, then plug into them for maximum profitability. But before we go exploring, be advised, you will not find any financial advice in the crypto matrix. It is non-existent, and it will not protect you here anyways, because we are boldly going with no financial advisor days to go. No. Rumor has it that it was swallowed up by a black hole since 2009, and it hasn't been seen since then. Now, that being said, and if you're going to become owners, let's dive right into the crypto matrix.
Here we go. Got another surprise for you. UGC protocol. This is a program in a company. It's about 60 days old. Been in now for about a week. Something very unique. It's an app you put on your phone. They use smart contracts. And what they there's different levels. They're called slots. $10 level, $20 level, $40 level, and $80, all the way up to 20,000. You can start loads of accounts, affordable for everybody. No, you can make 200% on your investment. And this is the name of it, UGC protocol. And coming up next will be the top leader in this protocol, in this program, in this company. Yes, it's a company too. And he's going to explain everything for you. Right now, we have over 4,000 members as of yesterday, or earlier today, really, real early in the morning. Got 4,000 members. When I joined, it was something like 3,700, 3,300, something like that. And now we have 4,000 members. So with no further ado, I'm going to have him explain it. So listen up. This is going to be one you want to jump into. Trust me.
I recorded for two reasons, guys. Number one, I want to see how bad I was. And number two, I share it, believe it or not, for anybody who needs it or couldn't be on the call. So first of all, as I always say at the beginning of every call, I want to thank you guys for sharing a little piece of your life with me today, time-wise. I promise you to respect that. This isn't a big hype meeting, although I am very, very excited about this business opportunity called UGC Protocol. I promise you that you're going to see stuff here that you've never seen before. Okay, guys? And I know that for a fact. And I know everybody says that. I get it. But I know that for a fact because it got me back into the game after 15 years of being out. Okay, I promised myself I would never do another one of these things where I have to tell people about something. And you know what the best part here is? You don't even have to tell anybody. But you know how it works. The more people you tell, the more you can earn, right? And I'm going to explain to you how simple that is in this business here today. But I want to welcome you. My last presentation took about 4 hours. So no, I'm just joking. That was a joke. Okay, I know it's a dry joke. I say it a lot of times, but I'm going to try to cut this really, really short. Get right to the point. No fluff. The business is solid. The business is going to be here for a very, very long time. You're going to understand why. When I look at business opportunities, the first thing I look at is how much time and effort is this going to take, right? Because I don't want to waste I'm getting older, as you can see. I don't want to waste any more time on stuff that's not going to last, right? And as I go through this presentation, the one thing that I want to give you guys is at least my opinion on certain points as to why I think this business is not going to last months. It's not going to last years, but it's going to last decades, okay? And I think you're going to understand that. And by the end of this presentation, I think you're going to feel comfortable enough to participate. Okay, I'm going to show you how you can get started for as low as $10, okay, or for as much as $20,000. It's up to you, right? But even if you're one of those that wants to test the system and learn it for a couple of days before you escalate, you can do that, no problem. Okay, there's no pressure in this business. One of the things I love about this business, which I'm going to show you straight from my back office, I'm going to go into one of my wallets and I'm going to show you how it's connected to this business. And I'm going to show you how the money comes into your personal wallet, straight and direct. There's no asking for money here. There's no requesting a payout. I mean, that's horrible. I mean, I know everyone's done a business where you have to do it, and I know the company justifies it for certain reasons, but if I earn money, I want to make sure that I'm in control of it, right? And I know that you guys want that too. So you're going to see that tonight. You're going to see a platform that pays you directly and instantly straight into your personal wallet. How does that sound? I'm also going to show you a business that's an open book, okay? Whatever I talk to you about tonight, you can verify yourself on the back office. I'm going to talk about liquidity pools. I'm going to talk about smart contracts today. I'm going to talk about your team. I'm going to talk about the earnings that you make every single day. Every 24 hours, you're paid out a deposit, a return on your participation level, okay? I'm going to talk to you about all that kind of stuff, but you know what? Talk is cheap. All this kind of stuff you can verify for yourself on your back office. Not only can you verify what you earn, you can verify that exact amount that goes into your wallet, okay? So let's get started without further ado. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to pull up a couple of slides here. So just bear with me. Hopefully everything works. Hopefully everyone could see my screen. Cool. Let me just minimize my big head over here in the middle. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to start with the recap. How's that? Right? Let's start with the recap. So usually I pull up this sheet that I created at the end of this presentation, but today I'm going to do it first, okay? Because I want to set your mind, with a certain amount of knowledge before we get to the slides, okay? So UGC protocol recap. UGC protocol is a cryptocurrency platform designed to generate between 0.5% and 3.3% daily profits, paid directly to your wallet. Okay, guys? Now that's not 5 days a week like some companies do. That's 7 days a week. Every single day you are going to get this return sent directly to your wallet based on your participation level. Okay? So if you participate with $10, you're going to make 0.5% to 3.3% a day on your $10. If you participate with $20,000, you're going to make that every day on your $20,000. And if you choose to participate anywhere in between at any given time, in a week, in a month, in 6 months, whenever it is, or if you escalate, which means that when you earn your money, you reinvest it or reparticipate, you're going to eventually build yourself up to the $20,000 with profits, guys. And that's an amazing, amazing thing with this business that you're going to see in a second. But regardless where you're at, you're going to earn 0.5% to 3.3% a day. And I'm going to show you how the company is able to do that, okay? This is a Web3 system that provides access to a massive liquidity pool through 3 smart contracts, an opportunity that would traditionally require millions of dollars in capital to access. We're going to talk all about that in a second. Everything is fully transparent. Liquidity, contracts, activity can all be viewed directly in your back office. Each position operates under a 2 times or 200% fulfillment model. Remember that. It's one of the things that makes this different, guys. A 2 times or 200% fulfillment model. Once your position is completed, which means once you've gained or earned 200% or doubled your money, you can choose to re-enter with the same investment. You can choose to scale up, okay, which means you can put in what you've earned, or you can move on. You know why you're able to move on? Because that money is already directly deposited into your wallet, okay? You're in full control of not only your money, but of the strategy that you want to employ in this business, okay? There are 3 engines of earnings you're going to learn about here. Now, every one of these engines goes towards fulfilling this 200% contract that you have with UGC, okay? So really the name of the game here is how fast can you double your money, right? Because once you double your money, you have a decision to make. You can reinvest or you can just move on. It's up to you, right? So the first engine we just talked about is the 0.5% to 3.3% 3.3% per day. Sorry, you're going to notice that my brain works faster than my tongue sometimes. The second engine is the Unilevel bonus, okay? So here's the thing, guys. Do you have to tell anybody? Is this one of those things where in order to get paid, you have to bring in 2 people or 5 people or 10 people? Absolutely not, okay? Are you gonna wanna tell people about this business? You absolutely are. Because for me, for example, I'm not a network marketer, but I know a lot of people, and I've told a bunch of people about this business, and every single one of them has come in. Now, some of them have come in for $10, tried it for a week and escalated to thousands of dollars. Some people are still at $10, and some people come in, you know, with a higher amount. It's up to them. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a presenter of this amazing opportunity, guys. So I would never, ever tell anybody what they should do, okay? I can make suggestions based on what they want out of this, but I would never, ever tell them what to do. So if you are gonna open your mouth and talk to people about this business, there's a Unilevel bonus. Everybody you tell that participates in this business model, you make 5% of that initial investment, okay? Pretty good, right? But not only do you make it of the initial investment, every time they reinvest, right? Every time they fulfill their 200% model and reinvest, you're gonna earn that 5% over and over and over again. Why is that? Because the company looks at a reinvestment as a new investment, right? A new influx of capital. If there's a new influx of capital, why not reward the person who is responsible for bringing in that person, right? That's what you have here at UGC. You continually get rewarded over and over again. You're gonna learn how this happens not only on your first level, but it happens 14 levels down, okay? Very powerful. The third engine that feeds your 200% completion is the global spillover matrix, okay? I'm not gonna touch on it here because I wanna show you this specifically in the slides. I wanna show you this visually. But in this matrix, okay, the company earns, you earn, and the person that brought you in earns. So if you're the person that brought in someone, you're gonna earn. But if you're also a person that's just in the system and participating, you're gonna earn. The one thing I'm gonna tell you about this matrix right now, which I absolutely love, is that whether you want it or not, you're in the matrix, okay? You're in the monoline queue, the worldwide spillover monoline queue. You're in there regardless if you want it or not. So while you're earning the 0.5% to 3.3% a day, every single day, 7 days a week, you're getting ready to enter the matrix because you're in a waiting list. And when you do, you will earn more money towards your 200% and obviously fulfill that contract. I'm going to show you how that happens so that you can make the decision to reinvest. By the way, guys, how many people do you think reinvest when they double their money? Everybody, right? Almost everybody. They're all going to reinvest because it's one thing doubling your money once. It's one thing doing it over and over and over and over again. And it's another thing earning every time people double their money over and over and over again, provided you are the one that opened your mouth and told them about it, right? So here's the conclusion. UGC protocol creates daily cash flow paid straight to your wallet, not only from new activity, but from continuous reparticipation cycles that can build ongoing momentum. It is designed to combine passive earnings, referral rewards, passive earnings, the 0.5% to 3.3% per day, referral rewards, the Unilevel bonus, and the global activity, which is the spillover matrix, into one growth model. Okay, so enough with that. Let's get rid of that and let's open up the slides. Now, I'm gonna go really fast on these slides only because we've basically talked about everything, but we're just gonna go over this. You know about the 200%, we've talked about that. So whether you participate with $10 or you participate with $20 or you participate with 40, 80, 160, 320, it's up to you the amount that you want to participate in. The model here is to double your money, okay? And we have 3 engines that feed this doubling. You know what's amazing is that all of this is tracked in your back office. And the back office really is just a tracker, which I'm going to show you, okay? It really tracks how much money was put into your personal wallet because the company has to know when to flip that switch and say, thank you very much, you've doubled your money. What do you want to do now, right? And when you reinvest, you start that journey over again. So understand this 200% because it's powerful and it's unique to UGC. How does the company make money outside of people bringing in money? Okay, so let's be frank here a second. Any business in the world needs clients. Any business in the world needs new clients. UGC is no different than that. However, whenever UGC does get a client, it pays them out 0.5% to 3.3% a day. Not only that, there's a beginning and there's an end before the client has to decide if they want to re-participate or if they want to move on. That's what makes this business absolutely amazing, guys, is that even people who re-participate, it's a new influx of money into the company, okay? And creates a whole bunch of other payouts to everybody, right? So I need you guys to understand that. But there's another way the company makes money. It's through these smart contracts, okay? The company has a large liquidity pool, okay? I think today it was at 15.5 million, okay? When I started in here, I believe it was at 10 or 12 million. I've seen it gone up to $20 million. This liquidity pool, it obviously goes up and down based on the markets, but it's a pool of money that a wallet called PancakeSwap uses through 3 smart contracts in order to generate money, okay? This money that's generated through these smart contracts goes towards paying the people who are helping raise the liquidity pool through participation into UGC, okay? Makes sense? So they're sharing this liquidity pool and these smart contracts with us because we're the ones who are raising the liquidity pool so that it can make more money and share with us, right? See, it's like a loop. It's like an infinite loop, right? So I need you guys to understand that. Now, remember I told you it's an open book? You're gonna see the liquidity pool in the back office. You're gonna see the smart contracts in the back office. You can do any due diligence you want. They're all there. Everything is there for you to see, okay? Do you know how much it costs? Say you said, I want to have my own smart contract, right? Do you know how much it costs to have a smart contract with PancakeSwap? You can Google it. I'll tell you, it's $10 million. So how many people can get involved in this business with $10 million? I'm sure there's a few of you, congratulations, but not many, right? But now there are, because with $10, we could participate in this business, in this industry that we would have never been able to participate before, okay? So keep that in mind with this. Now, let's get to the engines and how we earn money. So obviously you could start with $10. A lot of examples in this presentation are based on $10. By no means is that where you should, are we telling you that's where you should start? Do a lot of people start at $10 and then in 3-4 days or a week or two invest more money? Absolutely, guys. We understand that there's a lot of businesses out there that are holding your money, that have gone under. Maybe you've lost, maybe they stopped operating. I get that there's a lot of skepticism out here. This is why we're allowing people to come in for $10. But whether you come in for $10 or $1,000 or $20,000, you are earning the same 0.5% to 3.3% a day on your participation level, okay? This isn't one of those businesses where the more you invest, the more you make. Everyone's the same. We want you to invest more. We want to raise the liquidity pool. We want to be able to earn money for not only the company, but for the participants, right? We want that, but we want you to do that out of belief, not because we told you to, okay? So tonight I'm going to encourage you that regardless of where your belief is after this presentation, try it for $10, right? Then escalate when you're comfortable, okay? So let's move on. Now, this is a very important slide. You might not understand everything when you first see it, but I'm going to try to explain it as simple as possible, okay? There's different slots. They're called slots. Slots are simply your investment or your participation level, okay? So if you participate at $10, that's slot number 1. If you participate at $20, that's slot number 2. If you participate at 40, that's slot number 3. Remember, we have the 200% fulfillment model, right? So $10 pays you 20 over time. 20 pays you 40 over time. 40 pays you 80 over time. And if you go all the way to slot number 12, you're gonna see that 20,480 pays you 40,960, right? Because that's the fulfillment model. Now, it's very important to understand that you can be involved in multiple slots. In fact, we encourage you to be involved in multiple slots rather than being involved in just one slot. I've had a few people come in big slots, and because all they're interested in is the 0.5% to 3.3% a day. But guess what happened? They started telling their cousin, their brother, their aunt, their friends. They all started coming in, and then they asked me, they go, but Ruben, I want to earn the Unilevel bonus. Well, if you want to earn the Unilevel bonus, because now all of a sudden you're building a team, I would not have encouraged them to come in for $5,120 in one slot. I would have encouraged them to buy the 10, 20, 40, 80, 160, 320, 640, 1280, and 2560. All of those together are $5,120. He's still earning 0.5% to 3.3% a day on $5,120 because that's the payout every single day, correct? But because he's building now, he's earning from all the people that come in at $10, from all the people that come in at $20 on his team, that all the people that come in at $40. Guys, listen, this business isn't about losing money. It's about not losing earnings, okay? There's a difference. If there's earnings on the table, you want to make sure that you grab it, correct? Right. You don't want to leave it there. So tonight, I'm going to show you how to do that, but you're also going to learn that over time, guys. If this is your first Zoom call, congratulations. You must have done something good in your life because you've attracted UGC to yourself. But I'm telling you now, it might take a couple of Zoom calls to really learn this business, right? To learn how it works. But you might be someone who doesn't want to talk to anybody about it. Don't talk to anybody. Just send them to the Zoom call. Just like you're on the Zoom call today, they're going to hear the same information. Just like I'm piquing your interest about this beautiful brand new business, and it is brand new. It's only 50, I believe today was 55 days that we've been around, and I'm going to show you what we've done in that time. You're going to be able to spread the word all over the world about this business and earn from it by simply inviting people to this Zoom. Okay, let's get back to the money making. So you understand that there's different investment levels, different participation levels, which means that there's different doubling of the money here. Now, can you start with 10, go to 20, then put 20, go to 40, then put 40, and go to 80 and work your way all the way up to $20,000? Of course you can, right? It's part of the plan. That's many people's strategies. Of course they can. Ultimately, you want to be in every slot, right? And you want to be earning from every slot with the 3 engines, right? So far, we've only covered one engine, the 0.5% to 3.3% a day. Let's move on to the other engines, okay? This is the Unilevel bonus. Remember I told you about my friend who said, I'm not going to tell anyone about it. I just want to earn my 0.5% to 3.3% a day, 7 days a week, straight into my wallet. I said, yeah, he brought in, I think he's in with 9 people now. Those 9 people have grown to over 100 people on his team. Those 100 people are somewhere here, okay? And I'm gonna explain that to you in a second. So the 9 people he brought in, he earns 5% on their initial investment. Not just their initial investment, what happens when they fulfill their contract and they re-participate? He earns 5% again. See guys, this is another beautiful thing about this business, is that you brought in your friend, your cousin, your business partner, whoever it is, you brought them in once, but they're re-participating hundreds of times. And every time they do that, you're gonna earn from that. So you really did the work once and you're gonna earn for a very, very long time, guys. So this is the beautiful thing about this business. But your friend or these 9 people that have come in that you earn from over and over again, right? What are they gonna do? Well, even though they tell you they're not going to tell anyone, they're going to tell people about it. It's way too good not to, right? So when they tell people about the business, they're your level 2. Your level 2, you earn 3% on their initial investment, right? But also on their re-participation over and over again as they fulfill their 200%, right? And they re-participate, you're going to get paid again. Now, imagine having 1,000 people on your team. Guys, remember I told you this company's barely 55, barely 2 months old, right? Do you think there's room in the world to have thousands of people on your team? Of course there is, guys. All you have to do is tell people about it. You know what I tell people? I say, I found a platform that pays 0.5% to 3.3% a day, and you could get started for as low as $10. Want to give it a shot? Guess how many people say no? No one, right? That's all you got to do, right? Now, when they see it, when they learn it, when they believe it, when they see the money coming in, guess what they're going to do? They're going to escalate their participation. They're going to escalate it up. Okay, I don't want to say they'll be dumb not to, okay, but they'll be dumb not to because you want to earn as much as you can, right? 0.5% to 3.3% on $1,000 is way more money than on $10, correct? Right, and that's what's going to start to happen here. So just understand that there's a Unilevel bonus that you can earn up to 14 levels. Very powerful, guys. All tracked in your back office, which I'm going to show you in a minute, okay? Now, this is a very important slide for the company, okay? But also very important for you to understand, because you don't just put in $10 and get paid on 14 levels, right? It doesn't work that way. You get paid based on your participation, based on your commitment to this business. Now, you might say, I want to put in $10 and that's all I'm ever going to put in. No problem. You'll earn your 0.5% to 3.3% a day. You'll also earn your Unilevel bonus, level 1 Unilevel bonus on everybody you bring into the business, but it stops there, right? Because you're only in slot number 1. How can you earn on slot number 2 if you're not committed to slot number 2, right? It doesn't make sense. So how do you earn from slot number 2? Well, when you start earning over here and you've doubled your money, invest in slot number 2. Slot number 2 opens up levels 2 and 3. What are levels 2 and 3? So now you're only in 2 slots and you're earning from 3 levels. Pretty cool, right? Go into slot 3, you're earning slots 4 and 5. So now you're in 3 slots and you're already earning up to level 5, right? Beautiful business, guys. Slot 4, you're earning up to level 6 and 7, and so on. Here's what I tell people. When someone says, yep, I'm in, I say to them, okay, are you just an investor or are you a builder? Oh, I don't know anybody. I brought people into another business and they got hurt, and all these excuses, right? We all hear them. So you know what I say to them? You brought people into another business and they got hurt? Did you force them to invest? They say no. I said, okay, so contact them again and tell them you're going to make it right now with UGC, right? I said, put them on the phone with me or bring them to a Zoom call and let me talk to them and we'll get them right now, because this is an opportunity to fix everything with UGC, right? Oh yeah, okay. And then I said to them, okay, so are you just an investor or are you a builder? Well, I guess I'm a builder. Great. If you're a builder, you're going to want to start in slot 1, 2, 3, and 4. At least, okay? Guys, that's a $160 investment to start your own business. Show me another business on earth that you can start with $160, and show me another business on earth that pays you a profit from day 1, 0.5% to 3.3%, right? So that's what we have in front of us. So the reason I do that to people who say they're gonna spread the word is because I wanna make sure that they're open on up to 6 or 7 levels, because the growth is gonna go fast, guys. And you don't wanna leave earnings on the table, correct? If there's earnings to make, it's better in your wallet than in the company's or someone else's, okay? So that's why I always tell people to start with at least that. Now, if they're a big wig, if they're a whale, they call them, or a network marketer, or a politician, or someone with or a pastor. I talked to a few pastors yesterday. This is an amazing business to bring to any group, guys, because you could start low and people earn every day, 7 days a week. Guys, there's nothing better than this. There's no, asking for your money. There's no things, none of that stuff, right? So you could be comfortable with that. So if you are someone with influence, whether it's a networker or someone in a high position, you may want to start with even more money, because you're going to get to these deep levels very, very fast. Because Bob tells Sue, Sue tells Doug, Doug tells Mary, and right away you're already on your 6th or 7th level. Okay, very powerful. I'm trying to speed up a little bit because at 7:40 we have a special guest that's going to join us and say a few words, and I'll explain what that is in a second. So how does the company make money? Guys, I'm going to go really quick here, okay? And I hope you guys understand this. It's not important to understand right now, but this slide here is just to show you guys how profitable and how strong and how sustainable UGC is going to be for decades to come, okay? If 1,000 people come into UGC with $10, does that not bring $10,000 into UGC? Yes. I just showed you that $10,000 into UGC gets paid out in many different ways, right? It gets paid out in the Unilevel bonus. It gets paid out in the matrix, which I'm going to show you in a second. And it also contributes to the 0.5% and 3.3% a day payouts to everybody. So when $10,000 comes into the business, 66% or 660 people of the 1,000 fulfill their 200%. So is the company paying them if they fulfill their 200%? No, not yet. Not until they re-participate, because they're very happy now. They doubled their money, right? So at any given time, this is a mathematical equation, guys. At any given time, there's money coming in and there's money going out. That means people have to make a decision to come in again. Then money goes out, then people make a decision to come in again. So at any given time, the company is paying 34% of its participants. There's 34% of the people that have not fulfilled their 200% commitment yet, their contract with us yet. Okay, guys, this is mathematical. So when people say the company's paying out way too much money, how can it do this? Well, it can, okay? There's a mathematical equation to this, guys. And you'll learn more and more about that. Listen, if you doubt it, guys, go nuts. Go nuts trying to figure it out before you get involved. It's up to you. But just remember, the more you wait, the more people are going to come in. When I started in this business, there were 800 people. Okay, I started about 48 days ago. There was 800 people in the business. Now there's over 3,600. Guys, in a few months, there's going to be 36,000. In a few more months after that, there's going to be 360,000 or 3.6 million. Right now, I'm going to show you how you can earn from the company growth, okay? Everybody can earn. It's the monoline matrix, okay? Pay very close attention here. Let's assume this is me, and I brought you in, okay? This is you right here. This is me. When you participate in this business, you get put into the monoline waiting list, okay? Thousands of people are there in the waiting list. They're all waiting to get into a matrix, okay? Does this take a week? Maybe. Does this take a day? Maybe. Does this take 3 months? Maybe. It all depends on the growth of the company. And chances are the company is going to grow really, really big, really fast in the next few months. So this isn't a concern about how long you're going to wait. But let's assume that I'm in a waiting list, but you get into the matrix, because I've already gotten into mine 3 weeks ago and I've doubled my money. But I brought you into the business. Now you get into the matrix, okay? Okay, you get in. Let's say we're talking about the $10 slot, the $10 monoline spillover matrix. Now remember, every slot has its own monoline spillover matrix. So if you're participating in the $10, you're in the $10 matrix. If you're participating in the $20, you're in the $20 matrix. If you're participating in the 40, you're in the $40. If you're participating in all three, you are in all three of those. Okay? So let's say that I get in the matrix. Okay, which one was me? Okay, this is me, and you are here. I brought you in, you get into the matrix. The first person that comes into the matrix, is that someone you brought in? No, it could be someone from Vietnam, from the Philippines, from Russia. Okay, it could be someone from anywhere in the world. When they come into your matrix, 70%, in this case, it's $7 out of 10, goes straight up to me. Okay, because I brought you in. This here is called the leadership bonus. You're gonna see it in your payouts. Okay, so this is one reason why you want to open your mouth and bring in as many people as you can directly under you. Okay, some people say, do I bring in 1 or 2 and then build under them? No, not in this business. In this business, you want to have 20, 30, 40 people on your first line, because first of all, you're making 5% every time they re-participate, right? But secondly, every time they enter the matrix, the first person that comes in, you're making 70% of that participation. Guys, in this case, it's $7 out of 10. But what is it if it was $1,000? What is it if it was $20,000? right? You're talking $14,000 leadership bonus, right? This is how powerful this business is. Now you're thinking, but how does the company make money? Well, because it's paying you 70%. The other 30% goes to the company, okay? So it's making money, right? Now we go to the second slide. I'm out of here. I'm gone. I got my leadership bonus. Hopefully the other 10 people I brought in start getting into the matrix. But now it's all about you because you've entered the matrix. The second person that comes into the matrix, this is someone that could be from Florida, he could be from Ghana, he could be from Italy. Doesn't matter where they're from. This person here that comes into your matrix, $5 goes to you and $5 goes to the company. Okay? So 50% goes to you, 50% goes to the company. We're dealing with a $10 slot right now. Okay, but you can imagine higher slots, right? So 5 goes to you, 5 goes to the company. The third person comes into your matrix. 5 goes to you, 5 goes to the company. The fourth person comes into the matrix, the whole $10 goes straight to you. Guys, do simple math here. When you get into the matrix, let's assume you waited a month to get into the matrix. In that month, in those 30 days, are you earning money? Of course you are. You're earning 0.5% to 3.3% a day, right? Every day, 7 days a week. Are you earning on a Unilevel bonus? Of course you are. If you bring someone in or someone reparticipates, that money is instantly put into your wallet, okay? Not in your back office and you got to ask for it. As it occurs, it is instantly put into your wallet, right? So you're earning for those 30 days. Now you get into the matrix, right? Guys, the matrix alone pays out $5, $5, and $10, $20, the doubling of your money. Guys, this is how powerful it is. So you're earning every day. When you do get into the matrix, I look at this as a bonus. I look at this as an absolute bonus because if I've earned $8 already on my $20 contract and I get into the matrix and it doubles my money right to 20 because of people coming in, I'm happy. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna reinvest right away because I just doubled my money in 30 days. Guys, that's insane. That's amazing, guys. Okay? So that's what we're talking about here. Guys, that's the presentation. That's everything. I'm gonna just stop share here a second and I'm gonna go back to this sheet, okay? Very, very quickly, guys, because we are actually done and I'm gonna call on someone in a second. So just remember that you're earning 0.5% to 3.3% a day, okay? You can invest anywhere from $10 to $20,000 or anywhere in between, okay? The company makes money in many different ways, but one of the ways it makes money is through the liquidity pool and these smart contracts that it has with Pancake Swap. Okay, all the money you earn from the 3 engines goes towards doubling your money. It's like a powerhouse piling in the money until you double. Soon as you double, you have a decision to make. Okay, 99% of the people reinvest because they want to earn the money again, right? And every time they do that, you're gonna earn. Like that's the Unilevel bonus. We talked about that up to 14 levels. We talked about the matrix. Guys, in the matrix, you earn 2 ways. Number 1, when you enter the matrix, but you also earn when your referrals enter the matrix, okay? Very powerful. All your earnings contribute towards your 200% fulfillment, okay? It's important you understand that. Oh, 7:40, I set my alarm. Okay, without further ado, let me unshare this. And let me just make sure everyone's still on the call. Great to see all your beautiful faces here. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is, I can't see, there's so many people on the call. Nico, are you on the call? Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
There you are. I couldn't see you, my man. We have over 55 people on the call and I couldn't see you. Guys, before Nico says anything, this is the COO of the company, okay? I know Nico for a very, very long time. It's been years. He stayed at my house. We broke bread here. We've been involved in a couple of traditional businesses in the past. He's a very dear friend of mine. But I am going to tell you a secret. When he called me about UGC, I resisted it for a week or two. I really did. I said, no, man. I promised I wouldn't get in. I said, no, man. I don't. He forced himself. He came down to see me and forced me to listen to this. And when he did, I thank him for it every single day, guys. This guy is an amazing individual. He's the COO of UGC. He works with the CEO, whose name is Richard Max. Okay, it's another thing I love about this business is that no one's hiding here. This is a very, very strong business, guys. He worked with Richard Max to create this compensation plan. Nico is, if you guys know Nico, he is a master at compensation plans, okay? And he basically left out everything that doesn't work and included everything that works in this plan. And you know the CEO, Richard Max, you know what he's a genius in? He's 28 years old, guys. You know what he's a genius in? Programming, coding, development. And that's why we have the back office that we do. So I'm gonna let Nico say a few words. Nico, please keep it short because I still have to show the back office, but I know you have a call in like 10 minutes. So thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No,
sir.
thank you, Ruben. I was in the call. I jumped out of the house just to have a call with you guys, say a few words. First, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting the business. Oh, I don't know if there's new people here, but please take the time to study the business, to see every single detail, because there's a lot of benefits on the business. We're growing all over the world, which is really nice. It is amazing. When we started, it was very slow. Now we're growing a lot. Latin America, Europe, Africa, all over the place, right? So we've been in calls all day, Ruben, myself, all the ambassadors, and all this is thank you all the team that we have, guys. So like Ruben, he's doing an amazing job. Everybody's Ruben. They love Ruben. I love Ruben. He's my brother. Listen, we wanted to work together for many, many years. We worked together, many projects, traditional projects, right? And now that we have the chance to work on this, is amazing. Just want to say, guys, thank you. Keep an eye on UGC, because this is just the beginning. We have things coming. We have good news coming. But everything has its right time, right? And like I always say, we don't want to run, we want to walk, but we want to reach to the goal. So thank you for joining, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the amazing presentation, brother. Keep it up. And if you see any questions, please let me know.
All right, thanks, Nico.
Thank you.
Have a great call, brother. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. So guys, that's Nico. Actually, he's present every Saturday morning. We do a training at 10 a.m. Eastern time, where everyone's welcome who's in the business. And what we do is we break down the compensation plan, okay? So if you have questions that regarding the compensation plan, be on the Zoom call Saturday mornings at 10 o'clock. You're gonna get your answers, okay? In the meantime, study the presentations, guys. Go over it, watch it 2 or 3 times. Understand what's happening here, guys. There's no glitch, there's no aha, there it is. There's none of that you're gonna find here, guys. Everything gets paid towards your 200% contract. Once that's done, you got a choice. And the money is yours. It's already in your wallet. So what I tell people is, for me, that's dangerous sometimes that it's in your wallet because you're gonna spend it, right? I tell people all the time, spend the money you earn, but keep at least your initial investment in there so you can reinvest when the time comes, right? I'm gonna do something quickly for you guys. I'm gonna show you the back office, cool? I'm gonna show you how everything is tracked. I know there's people here that are new and probably have never seen it. For those of you who have seen it and are already in the business, have a look, to have fun with this. Let me just see, can everyone see that? Okay, I hope everyone can see that. Oh, I got a bunch of messages. Okay, so I use a wallet called SafePal. You don't have to use SafePal, but I strongly recommend you use SafePal because it's a very easy wallet to use. This is a decentralized business, okay? If you don't know what that means yet, Google it, research it. It's a beautiful space to be in, okay? It's a decentralized, so you need to use a decentralized wallet. The one I use, and I love is SafePal because it's the first one I've ever used, okay? It's the only one I've ever used. So I like it, but people do say that it's very user-friendly. When we go into SafePal, this account here is an account that I very rarely use here. Our main business account is on my wife's phone, and she's doing amazing things with this business too. Actually, she won a trip to Ecuador, believe it or not, but we'll talk about that another time. So we use a currency that's called USDT, BEP20. This is the coin that is used to make your participation, to invest, and it's the coin also that you earn in. I'm gonna show you something, guys, because I wanna show you the earnings that come into my wallet. I have nothing else attached to this wallet other than UGC, okay? I want you to notice the times, okay, and the plus signs there, because very rarely do I put out money unless I have to reinvest. right? Unless I have to re-participate in a level. So guys, you're gonna see 2 hours ago, 2 hours ago, 2 hours ago, 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago. How come so many payouts? Holy smokes. I'll tell you why there's so many payouts. Because I'm in multiple slots. I'm in multiple levels, and each level pays out. Each level pays out on the 3 engines that we have in this business. So you're gonna get multiple payouts here, guys. Look, I'm gonna do something for you. I'm gonna scroll really fast, like a roulette wheel. And what day am I on? 4:30. When was 4:30? 3-4 days ago, right? So you can see how much money is in here. And I'm not doing this to show you millions of dollars, guys. I'm just doing this to show you that money keeps coming in to the wallet over and over and over again. I've been in the business for over 45 days. Not one day has been missed with the daily deposits, the daily profits. Okay? We're gonna go into our business right now. Sorry guys if I'm talking really fast, but I want to show you all of this. So how do you get into your business? You hit the explore button here and you put in your link. When you sign up under someone's link and you get your own link, right? So with that link, we're in the BNB blockchain, you get into your back office. Remember I told you everything is an open book? There's the liquidity pool. If you watch that long enough, you're gonna see that number change, okay? This is a live liquidity pool, okay? That sometimes that number goes up by $200,000-$300,000 in a second, right? Because it is based on the markets, okay guys? That's the liquidity pool. If you go a little bit further down, there's the smart contracts. You wanna copy it, you wanna paste it, you wanna do your own due diligence, you wanna click on it, let's see if it works, and go and check out the contract for yourself. Everything is there, guys. Open book, okay? Here's a very powerful number, guys. Okay, we are so new that even the website is still in Portuguese. Okay, that means total number of members. There's 3,649 members in this business right now. Okay, for 3,649 participants. Okay, do you like what you see today? Yeah, do you think anybody you tell is gonna like what they see? Do you think any one of your friends and family that could have been on this Zoom are gonna like what they see? Well, let me tell you something. When I got started, that number was 800. It's already at 33,649. In a few months, it's gonna be at 36,000. In a few months after that, it's gonna be at 360,000. Do you remember the spillover matrix? Okay, when you get involved, anybody who comes in below you from anywhere in the world is gonna push everybody up, right? It's gonna earn people money. So you have to understand that this is the best time to get into this business, okay? Let me show you some stuff in here so that you understand. When you go into this part of the business, you're gonna see your slots, your investment levels, right? 20, 40, 80, those are your investment levels, guys. So if we take a look at one of the slots here, that's a $160 investment that I made. The contract it's gonna pay out is $320, right? Double your money. And it's paid me out already $100.46. I have not entered a matrix yet, but I've already received $100.46. How much did I invest? 160. Guys, I'm more than halfway past my investment amount and I'm not even in the matrix yet, guys. But here's the best part. That $100 that's there, is it there waiting for me to cycle? Is it there waiting for me to get into the matrix? No, it's already in my wallet. Remember I showed you all those plus signs? That's all the money that's already in my wallet, guys. You can look at any of these. On this one here, it's a $320 slot. I've already earned $305. Okay, guys? So I'm well on my way to doubling my money. So you're gonna see this every single day. Remember I told you, this is just a tracker. This tracks so that you can see how much money you're making. Okay, guys? 640 investment, I've already earned $810. I've already gotten my investment back. Now I'm waiting to double it. Okay? Very powerful, guys. Let me just show you a couple of other things. I want to show you the team. Where do you see your team and how it's growing? Remember I told you this account brought in 3 people? I've already have 115 people in this particular account. This isn't even our main account, right? But how do I know where these people are? Well, look, level 1 that pays 5%. I have 3 people in there. But look what I have on my level 2. I have 14 people, and so on. Level 3, 30, level 4, 17. Look how the team builds, guys. Am I earning from all of these people? Damn right I'm earning from all of these people, guys, because I want to make sure that I do not leave earnings on the table. So I'm involved in enough slots that opens up down to my level 10 because my team is growing to that level, right? So this is an area where you could stay ahead of your team. Do you have to invest all that money at first? No, you don't. You can wait until your team grows and just stay ahead of them. That's all. Okay? There's no penalties for doing that. This is not one of those businesses, guys. So what else can I show you here? Oh, very, very important. Revenue records. This is in your back office, the money that you've earned. This is how you can tell what you've earned it. By doing what? So I've earned on a daily return on investment today, right? You know, your daily 0.5% to 3.3%. But look how many Unilevels I've earned. Then you got your daily ROI, then Unilevels, right? And so on and so forth. So in here, you can see your ROI, your matrix, how much you've earned in the matrix, your leadership, and your Unilevel. Now, when you look at this, the reason this is in your back office as well is because we want you to confirm that payment in your wallet, right? So when you look at 32 cents here and you go into your wallet and you see that it's 31 cents, 31.8 cents, it's a little bit less because remember, the company takes 4%, okay? 4% and then pays out. Now, you're gonna say, oh, wow, why does it do that? Well, guys, we wanna make sure the company makes money, right? We wanna make sure that it stays here a long time. And you know what? I'm happy that it takes its 4%, right? And that 4%, what's even better is that 4%, and I'm gonna show you in a video in a second, that 4%, a portion of that 4% goes towards feeding the less fortunate, hungry kids, schools, all this stuff in other parts of the world. They've opened up a charity already in less than 60 days that they've been around. They've opened up a foundation and a charity called UGC Life that's helping people all over the world, guys. And I'm going to show you that in a second. But let's get through the back office first. What else can I show you in here? Dashboard. Remember I told you this is just another area where you can look at your slots, but there's something I forgot to tell you. You can actually own, okay? You can actually participate in 5 $10 slots. Why would you want to do that? I'll tell you in a second. Not only $10 slots, you could participate in 5 $20 slots. You could participate in 5 $40 slots and 5 $80 slots. That's it. Just the 10, the 20, the 40, and the 80. Why did the company do this? Well, I'll tell you why. Do you think more people around the world are going to join with $10, $20, $40, and $80? Or more people are going to join with 20,000? Well, obviously the 10, 20, 40, and 80. So now the company has put you in a position to have 5 horses in the race. Every single one of these positions are going to go into its own matrix when the time comes up. They're waiting in the queue. They're going to go into their own matrix. Every single one of these is going to earn a daily return, right? So it's almost like having 5 horses in the $10 slot, okay? Someone asked me the other day, why don't they do that right down to 20,000? Well, maybe one day they will, I don't know, but obviously they want to keep the company strong and they want to build momentum. And maybe when the time comes when we have thousands of people in a $20,000 slot, maybe they'll open up more, okay? But those are the things that the company is going to grow into, guys. Remember, 60 days old. And now you're starting to understand how smart the CEO of this company is, Mr. Richard Max. You're starting to, he developed this whole tracking and back office system so that we could feel comfortable with our initial investment and we could feel comfortable with our journey while we double our money. Okay, guys, I'm gonna stop sharing here. I'm just gonna play one more thing for you quickly, if I may. I spoke about the charity. I mean, some of you guys love it, some of you guys don't really care, but I love it and I'm gonna play it. So take a look at this, guys. So why do I show this, guys? We have members, participants, investors, whatever you want to call it, from countries all over the world that aren't in as good as a shape as the United States or Canada or some other places. But you know what they're doing? They're helping. So UGC on that 4% is contributing a percentage of that towards helping family. And you know, the members, out of the goodness of their hearts, people like you and me, are going around and handing out baskets and goodies to these people who need it. Do you know that we turned on the lights in a school in Venezuela for the first time in 4 years? Guys, how powerful is that? And it's not even coming from you. It's coming from a fee that they're charging you. They could have said, forget that, we're going to keep all the money. No, they decided to help people all over the world, guys. That's what you're getting involved with here. So now I'm going to ask you guys a question. Your belief might be here. Your belief might be here. Your belief might be here. I'm going to challenge you guys to get your questions answered so that you can bring your belief at least to this level up here. And one of the ways of doing that is at least getting involved now. Getting involved with $10, okay? Getting involved with $160 if you already know 10 people you're going to talk to, right? And another thing, you don't even have to talk to them. Our next Zoom call, let me just pull that up here a second. I'll tell you when our next Zoom call is because you should be taking a picture of this. Our next Zoom call, this is our Zoom calls in English, guys. We also have Zoom calls in Spanish that happen almost every day of the week. So Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays at 1 p.m. So tomorrow at 1 p.m., there's a Zoom call. Can you get a few people on that Zoom call? Of course you can. Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, I do the Zooms. They're at 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay, like you're on tonight, it's Tuesday night. The next one is Thursday night. It gives you a couple of days to get people into that Zoom. Guys, you will change your life. You not only will you change your life, you'll change their life. And then of course we have the Saturday at 10 a.m. we have the training. Okay, what time is it? 7:58. Wow. Okay, you spent an hour with me, guys. I hope it was worth it for you. I hope that you really understand that this is a real business. Payouts are happening every day. Usually I get a couple of people that have been in the business on this call and I ask them some questions, but I can't. If anybody wants to unmute themselves who have been in the business and let me know that they got paid every single day, you can go ahead and do that. If you have any questions quickly, please put up your hand at the bottom of the screen. You'll see your raise hand. Put it up and I'll try to answer it quickly. If you just have a comment that you want to make, go ahead. Remember, we're an open book. And if nobody has anything to say, I want to thank you very much for being on the call. I want to thank you guys for spending a portion of your life with me. Hopefully I get to see you again on future Zooms. Anybody? Last chance? Okay.
Thank you for the call.
Toya, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Amazing job, brother.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I
gave you a title of Master Presenter.
Oh, right on, buddy. Listen, I'm not a master presenter, guys. I just speak from my heart. I'm very excited about this business because I've worked all my life very hard. I've built companies here in the United States, in Italy. So I've had my success with companies and I've had companies that failed, guys. Big time.
Ruben,
okay?
that's my husband Neville that's talking.
Oh, right on, eh, Neville?
Yeah.
Hey, he's the quiet storm, right?
Yep.
I love it. Welcome, Neville. Thank you so much, guys. So with me, you're just going to get heart, okay, guys, and excitement. That's what I do here. If you have any questions, get your questions answered. And you know what? Enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Thank you so much.
That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Good. Now, if you want into this, I want to have my affiliate link at the first comment. It's be in the pin comment section. And I'm going to leave some also some videos that you can go to that will explain how to get a safe wallet, how to set it up, then maybe another video that's going to show you how to connect the protocol to your safe wallet. Okay. I took the safe wallet suggestion because I have a bunch of wallets. I have a bunch of Web3 wallets. I got the Rabbi, MetaMask, and a few other ones, central changes and decentralized ones and everything. And I think he's right. Cause I don't have a safe pal. If you already have a safe pal, and you don't have a MetaMask or a Rabbi or something, then get one of those just for this program, okay? That's what I did. I don't have a safe pal. Hey, I went with it. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take everything, his suggestion, and just work that safe pal just for this company, for the UGC protocol. Like I said, my link will be in the bottom. And I'll have some links to some videos to hook up your safe pal and how to hook up the UGC protocol to your safe pal. Well, even though it be specific for safe pal, you can use it towards any Web3 wallet that you don't have. I suggest any Web3 wallet that you don't have to go ahead and use it for this for UGC protocol. Okay. To the next exploration, I'll see you here at the Crypto Matrix.